Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sussex squad, I know we're sitting around saying, what the HE double hockey sticks is going on? Y'all, what am I talking about? If you don't know, Charles just released, or the palace released the fact that the Sussexes, that's Harry and Meghan, were being evicted from Frogmore Cottage. From Frogmore Cottage. Too bad everybody, including Harry and Meghan, said, but we paid for renovations. We paid for this. We paid for that. As a matter of fact, we've paid rent in advance for a couple years. What do you mean you're being evicted? This was a gift from my grandmama. Are you serious? To which Charles said, I'm serious as a heart attack. You can go. Get skedaddle. Listen, me, you, your sister, mother, all dragged it saying, y'all ain't seeing heaven. Except for the fact of, we need to ask ourselves, what is Charles hiding? What is the palace hiding? Now, just hear me out. Hear me out. And then you can tell me what you think. Number one, we all know that the palace regularly trades stories about Harry and Meghan to cover up bigger cover-ups. Okay? That's been established, at least by Harry in his book Spare. Two, this news of Harry and Meghan being evicted is not new. As a matter of fact, it has just come out that the king started their eviction the day after Spare went public. To which I say I actually expected Charles to do that. I was really impressed at the fact that he acted like a father and did not immediately go on the attack for his child. I was actually impressed. And I was like, wow, is Charles showing maturity? But no. He's still the same old petty tyrant we imagine him to be. Okay, so we have that. It started the day after. So why now? Pretty much 2 months after the release. Spare's been all over the place. Harry and Meghan did interviews. They had all this stuff. Everything had died down. And all of a sudden, Charles announces, or the palace, we're kicking them out to make it seem like it just happened. If I was a betting person, I would say that it almost seems like, just hear me out, that it almost seems like something is going on within the palace walls. A huge scandal. But what could it be? I know people have been talking about, well, Charles has gotten involved in Brexit politics. Listen, if anybody knows anything about economies and what's going on with the UK right now, Charles, William, they need to dig up the Queen and Philip to get them involved because it is a code red in the UK. And anyone that can't see it is either one of three things. One, willfully blind. Two, you're busy working, trying to eat and keep the heat on. In that case, I really don't blame you. I mean, come on, survival first. Or three, you're benefiting from it. It's been code red. Everybody should be involved. So that, to me, is not a big enough scandal. I mean, for F's sakes, Charles took garbage bags full of money as payment. Literal duffel bags. This man does it. That's not going to shame him, please. If anything, he was proud about it. Because if he did something about Brexit with the new renegotiated Brexit deal with the European Union, he wants to take credit for something that is going to boost the English economy. And if he can take credit, nobody can clown them or drag them as it would be for basically being public welfare leeches. Okay, fine. That's not it. So what else could it be? What else could it be? And the funny thing is, he sucked William into this because apparently William wanted to kick Harry out of Frogmore Cottage and move in. The fact that, let me tell y'all something. Charles is already, but at least Charles is a little cunning. He's old school. He's very common, like Littlefinger. Seriously, he reminds me of Littlefinger. William, on the other hand, is just a big oaf who has no skill, in my opinion, no cunning, no PR knowledge, but it's worse because he has the arrogance that he doesn't need it because he's the king. He literally is, to me, the embodiment of Joffrey, the Mad King. Now, he wasn't even mad. You know Joffrey from Game of Thrones. If you don't, just watch Google on YouTube, Joffrey, after you watch this video, Joffrey, King of Thrones. And then Game of Thrones, and let me know what you think. The fact that you wanted to kick your brother out of a house he paid for and set up shop there as your backyard. Why? Just because you wanted Harry to be punished and let him have nothing. Now, mind you, Harry and Meghan are in their 14-room mansion in Montecito, hanging out with Oprah, Ellen, the Kennedy honors. They're not bothered. They're laughing. They're unbothered. They're going to dinner. But I want to know, what are they covering up? Because here's the scheme. Andrew is being moved to Frogmore, okay? And William is moving into the Royal Lodge. Why? Because they already have 4 houses. Well, he's the prince, don't you know? He can do what he wants. Okay, fine. This is all musical chairs effery, but why release it now? Here's what I think. Whatever we think they did my alleged quid pro quo, right? We don't know if it is, but this is all my opinion. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Tisa, and this is all my opinion, okay? So let's get back to what I was saying. So we go, and it's like, because let me know in the comments if you think you know what it is. What are they hiding? Because here's the thing, Mike, we've learned about all these quid pro quos. Whatever it is did not make the papers. There might have been a little blip on the radar somewhere, and then it got shut down. Remember the Rose Hanbury story? Blip! And then all of the nightmare came to Meghan. Not just, and I will just say this, I don't think that whole nightmare of everything came to Meghan just because she was biracial, and just because she was an independent woman, and just because her skin looked better than Kate's. I'm being serious. Kate is very jealous about the way other women want. She's been known for her beauty. That's the only thing she brought to the royal family. Think about it. Think about it. That's the only thing she brought to the royal family. So that is her claim to fame. Kate is very jealous over her beauty. Okay? So, back to my point. Sorry, we'll talk about that later. But what could it be with the Rose Hanbury? Think about it. A little blip came up. If you weren't on Twitter, you would have missed it. Thank God Sussex Squad is active on Twitter. You would have missed it. So what was it exactly? What is out there that is such a PR nightmare that they had to let us know 2 months outside of the fact? I kicked William and Harry. I kicked Harry and Meghan out. They didn't even try to do any PR spin that day. We kicked them out and wanted to make it seem like it just happened. What was the story they traded? Why did they do that? Seriously, it obviously is connected to Charles somehow, or else Charles wouldn't have put that story out there. Like I said, Charles is way more savvy than William. William is ferocious and savage, in my opinion, and he'll eat us young. Well, not his bloodline, but he'll eat his own. He seems to be very fond and loving father, but we'll see when those kids can't be useful to him. And the day those kids say, I don't want to go on a photo op walk, mommy, I'm busy. Go kick rocks, mummy. But honestly, Charles is crafty. He does these things, he keeps them a secret, and then he lets them out for a rainy day when he needs it. So I ask again, what does he need? What does he need? I've been going through lots of stories. I've been seeing what can happen. Could it be an affair? I mean, honestly, if I had my bet on it, who knows? Charles and Camilla are way too old for that nonsense. But if I had my bet, Camilla would be the one that had the affair. Just because she's wild. Those wild mares. Wild horses are not soon broken. Could it be something with money or impropriety? Could it be that he did something to the Queen's estate, sold off her last beloved horse, disrespected the Queen? I don't know. That seems so pedestrian. What exactly could it be? I literally have been, literally racking my mind, but hold on. I think I have a... Honestly, okay, I'm back. I scanned Twitter. Still nothing. I am literally on watch about this, you guys. Oh, do you guys have any ideas? Now, there is one thing that Charles is saying, that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's eviction from Frogmore Cottage doesn't surprise at least one royal expert. They're saying that Harry and Meghan could be, maybe, if they wanted to come to the Jubilee, be invited to stay at Windsor Castle. That is never going to happen. Let me tell you something. Charles is more skillful than Will. William is an idiot. William wants the whole world to see him be cruel to his brother. That's what he gets off on, it seems. Charles, on the other hand, again, so devious. You evicted them the day after. You first wanted them to leave in a couple of weeks. But instead, you spread it out because you wanted to wait for that story. Okay? So you spread it out. And then the day you evict them, or say you have to get your stuff and get out by a certain time, you put all these stories about, oh my God, I want them to come to the coronation. You set the coronation for Archie's birthday. I want them to come to the coronation. You guys think they're going to come? The whole time you're doing that publicly to look like a good, kind, caring father. And privately, you know what's going down. Again, Charles is a snake and he's super, super crafty. I'll give him for what it is. The only thing he's an idiot about is the Camilla, but maybe Camilla's the one driving this too. They are a team and they work in unison. Everybody's saying that like, oh my God, what did Harry expect? What did Harry expect? Let me tell you something. The only thing, when people are like, oh my God, what did he expect? What did he think the royal family was going to do by you writing all this stuff? Excuse me? Literally, somebody said, what did he expect? Harry wanted the royal family to come in on bended knee begging for forgiveness and to completely cross the spectrum. He's in the mad wilderness of deranged victimhood. Listen, I get it. But I do want to say this. What did I expect? I expected the money I paid legally for a lease. I expected that to be honored. What did I expect? Let's be real. If you want to get down to dollars and cents, because nobody except for the King and the Prince of Wales have too much money. Everybody else is literally with their hands out. Charles, may I have some money to send my kids to school? Everybody else in that royal family is a beggar, and they set it up that way. Because as long as the King and the Prince of Wales control the purse strings, everybody else is on their knees. They got mad because, Harry, with the help of Meghan, broke out of that and said, I will stand with you as an equal. I will stand with you as a man. But honestly, what did I expect? I expected you to behave legally. We can have all these problems. I can say I never want to talk to the family again, but baby, if I paid you for renovations and a long-term lease, I expect the value and the honor of my benefit. But these are the same people that blew up the Brexit deal. So why would you think they would honor everything else? You know, again, he's kicking Andrew out. Fine. Who cares about what Andrew does? But this stuff with Harry and Meghan, again, they want to be seen on a global stage. And I think to the people that still kiss the UK's rings and are really into Anglophilia, they might be a big effing deal. But baby, there's a new generation coming up. And they are hungry because of you and the system you support, the Tories, right? New generation is hungry because of the Tories. The new generation is cold because of the Tories. The world is tired of all the Anglophilia and hatred that was sown into each colony to make them take a knee. I just don't think that Charles is prepared for the backlash. I don't really think he cares. If anything, he'll leave this to be William's problem. And how things will blow up then. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I still am very, very curious about what's going on. I have tried to find what's going on through the Sussex squad on Twitter, but I still don't see anything. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. But this is not over, and I am going to get to the bottom of things. Or my name. Yeah, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. You guys, seriously, Charles is kicking him out, defying the Queen's wish that Harry always have a home in the UK. Nobody can support this. It's indefensible, true. But again, I think this little bout of cruelty was a payoff. for a bigger cover-up. Charles, I'm looking at you, and we're going to find out what you did. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Bye.